Hello and welcome to the channel. This is the CBSE Class 10 Language, English Language and Literature, Lesson 3. Two stories about flying. Number 1. His First Flight by Liam Flaherty. A young seagull is scared to fly and stays alone on a ledge, while his siblings have already learned to fly. His parents try to encourage him, but he is too afraid, thinking his wings won't support him. After being left alone and hungry for a day, his mother teases him with a piece of fish, holding it just out of reach. Driven by hunger, the seagull dives for the fish and accidentally starts flying. At first, he is terrified, but soon he realizes he can fly. His family celebrates as he soars, dives, and even lands on the sea, floating proudly. He overcomes his fear and makes his first successful flight. A young seagull is left alone on a rocky ledge high above the sea. His two brothers and one sister, who had shorter wings, have already learned to fly the day before. But he is too scared to try. He thinks the vast sea below is too far down and he fears his wings won't hold him up. Every time he tries to flap his wings at the edge of the ledge, he gets frightened and runs back to his own small cave under the rock where he sleeps. His parents scold him loudly, call him a coward, and even threaten to let him starve if he doesn't fly. But no matter how hard he tries, he can't find the courage to jump off the ledge. This has been going on for a whole day. For 24 hours, no one comes near him and he feels lonely and hungry. The day before, he watched his parents teach his siblings how to fly, skim over the waves, and dive for fish. He saw his older brother catch his first fish, a herring, and eat it while standing on a rock, and his parents were proud, making happy noises. The family spent the morning walking on a big flat rock on the opposite cliff, mocking the young seagull for being afraid. The sun rises and it gets hot on the ledge. The young seagull hasn't eaten since the previous evening, so he is very hungry. He steps out to the edge of the ledge, standing on one leg and closing his eyes to pretend he is asleep, hoping someone will notice him. But his family ignores him. His brothers and sister are napping on the flat rock. His father is cleaning his feathers, and only his mother looks at him. She stands on a small hump, eating a piece of fish and sharpening her beak on the rock. The sight of the fish makes the young seagull crazy with hunger. He loves tearing food like that and sharpening his beak. He cries out, ga ga ga, begging his mother for food, and she screams, ga cola, as if laughing at him. He keeps calling sadly, and suddenly he screams with joy because his mother picks up a piece of fish and flies toward him. He leans forward, tapping his feet excitedly, trying to reach her as she flies closer. But when she is right in front of him, she stops, holding the fish just out of his reach. He waits, confused, wondering why she isn't coming closer. His hunger takes over and he dives for the fish with a loud scream. As he jumps, he falls downward, filled with terror. His heart feels like it stops and he can't hear anything. But after a moment, he feels his wings spread out. The wind pushes against his feathers, under his belly, and against his wings. He feels his wingtips slicing through the air. He is not falling anymore, he is gliding gently downward and outward. The fear leaves him, though he feels a little dizzy. He flaps his wings and soars higher. His mother flies fast, making loud noises, and he screams back happily. His father and siblings fly around him, diving and curving in the air. Soon he forgets he was ever afraid of flying. He dives, soars, and curves, shrieking with joy. He flies over the vast green sea, seeing small waves below, and tilts his head, cawing with amusement. His family lands on the sea ahead of him, calling him to join them. He lowers his legs to land on the green floor of the sea, but his legs sink into the water. He screams in fear and flaps his wings to rise, but he is weak and tired from hunger. So his feet and belly touch the water and he stops sinking. He is floating. His family surrounds him, screaming with pride and offering him pieces of fish. The young seagull has successfully made his first flight and overcome his fear. Now, the second part, the black aeroplane. Frederick Forsyth. A pilot is flying an old Dakota aeroplane from France to England at night, dreaming of his family and breakfast. The sky is clear until he encounters huge storm clouds with no fuel to go around them and too little to return. He decides to fly through the storm. Inside, his compass and radio stop working and he is lost. Suddenly, a mysterious black aeroplane with no lights appears and its pilot signals him to follow. The pilot follows the black aeroplane, which leads him safely out of the storm to an airport runway. After landing, he asks about the other pilot, but the control tower says no other plane was in the sky. The mysterious pilot and plane remain unexplained. A pilot is flying his old Dakota aeroplane from France to England at 1:30 in the morning. The sky is clear in the moon and stars shining, and he is happy, thinking about his holiday, his family, and big English breakfast. He is flying high above the quiet countryside. As he approaches Paris, he sees a big city's lights below and contacts Paris control on his radio, saying, Dakota DS-088 here, on my way to England. The control tower replies, telling him to turn 12 degrees west. He checks his map and compass, switches to his last fuel tank, and turns the plane toward England, expecting an easy flight. About 150 kilometers past Paris, he sees huge, dark storm clouds ahead, looking like black mountains in the sky. He knows he can't fly over them, and he doesn't have enough fuel to go around them or back to Paris. He thinks about returning but really wants to get home for breakfast. So he decides to take a risk and fly straight into the storm. Inside the clouds, everything turns black and he can't see anything outside. The plane shakes and twists in storm. When he checks his compass, it's spinning wildly and stops working. His other instruments and radio also fail. He tries calling Paris control, but there is no answer. He is completely lost in the storm. Suddenly, in the dark clouds, he sees another aeroplane nearby. It's a strange black plane with no lights on its wings, but he can see the pilot's face looking at him. The pilot waves and signals, "Follow me." The Dakota pilot feels relieved, thinking this other pilot knows he is lost and wants to help. The black plane turns slowly north, and the Dakota pilot follows it like an obedient child. For half an hour, the black plane leads him through the storm. His fuel is running low, with only enough for 5 to 10 minutes, and he starts to feel scared again. But then the black plane begins to descend and he follows. Suddenly, he comes out of the clouds and sees a runway with lights below. An airport. He is safe. He lands the Dakota near the control tower and walks away, glad to be on the ground. He goes to the control center and asks the woman there where he is and who the other pilot was, wanting to thank him. The woman looks at him strangely and laughs, saying, "Another aeroplane? In this storm? Yours was the only one on the radar tonight." The pilot is shocked. He wonders who helped him land safely without a compass, radio, or enough fuel, and who was flying the mysterious black aeroplane with no lights in the storm. Very surprising. If you find this helpful, please like, share, and comment, and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.